Going through a QiGong flow over here. This is great for people with back pain as well as severe muscle spasms. If you have inflammation, it'll help to remove that as well. If you have any spinal injuries, this is a great way to start healing them. Let's go ahead and start. So what we're going to do before we start is make sure we have one of these. It's just a simple belt. If you don't have one, you could just grab a regular belt out of your closet and wrap it around your foot. I'll show you how to do that in the video. So what we want to do is lay flat on our backs. Just relax here for a second, take a deep breath. So what we're going to do to start is roll around on our backs very gently. Make sure you're not lifting your head up like this. I see this problem a lot with people. And this, when we're lifting up like this, is going to crunch up our neck. You want to make sure you're nice and relaxed while we're doing this. It tells our body that, hey, we're doing something to help ourselves. So we're going to increase our movement a little bit more and more. Try to roll up and down, very slow. Just lift your knees into your chest. You can grab them behind your leg, above the knee. Let's bring that to stillness. Relax for a second. Just take a deep breath here. And what we're going to do is try to help strengthen our core as well as our hamstrings and a lot of our other muscles that are connected to our lower pelvic complex. There's a lot of muscles in there that need to get strengthened to help bring our core and trunk stability back to where it needs to be so that we can get our chronic pain under control. So let's go ahead and bring our knee into our chest. And what we're going to do here is just grab it from behind the leg. You don't want to grab it above the knee over here. You're going to put too much pressure on the knee. So let's grab it behind the leg. Now what we're going to do is push up against our hands and then release. Try to pull it back in a little bit more. Push and pull. Push, pull. Now every time we push and pull, it's going to be able to come into our chest a little bit more, stretching the back of the leg as well as our hip muscles that we're aiming to stretch out. So after we do that about 3 to 10 times, depending on how you feel, we're going to go ahead and release it, bring it back, release it, bring it back, release it, bring it back. We're going to grab it one more time on the third way up. We're going to do one more push and pull, push, 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 and I'll let go. And then it should be a lot more open than when you first started now. What we're going to do is try to straighten that leg out as much as possible. Now if you need to bring your knee out of your chest, that's fine. Try to straighten it out as much as possible. Bring it back in, push against it, straighten it out. Push against it, straighten it out. Now what we're going to do is grab our trusty belt here. We're going to put it through a small loop around our foot. You want to tie it at the ball of your foot up there. And I'll show you what we're going to do. It's a nice stretching exercise for the sciatic nerve that comes right through your LPHC around the psoas. All those sensitive muscle groups over here need to get stretched. So what we're going to do first, do one more push and pull. Push. Push, pull, push, pull. Right. So now we can go ahead and grab the belt and try to straighten our leg out as much as possible. So when we have our leg up, what we want to do is point the toe and then pull it back when it's up. Point the toe and then pull it back. We're going to do that in cycles of 3, just like we did with our push and pull with our hamstring. Make sure not to yank on this over here. We don't want to try to rip our leg out of our hip socket. It should be just a very gentle pull, barely any weight at all, just to help you stretch that nerve out. So push up against it and then pull it back. You should feel the stretch come all the way through the back of the leg, from the toe, from your big toe all the way down to your back of your leg, even on the side of your body. Push, pull, push, pull, push, pull. Let's bring our knee back into our chest. Do one more push, pull. The whole time we're doing this, we want to make sure we're taking deep breaths to our lower abdomen over here. Pull and push. Pull, push. Let's go ahead and do this one more time. Push up against it, pull it back out. Push up against it, pull it back out. Push up against it, pull it back out. Now we're going to go ahead and repeat that on this side of our body.